Okay, so the one before the one. There's so many different lenses of insight I received today, and I was like, where do I begin? Because do I have to have one narrative, or can I have like multiple lenses of this wisdom? The one before the one, or the many before the one. And we can start with like, who is the one? You are the one. So you have to become the one before you find the one, or you call in the one. And maybe you've heard that before a lot. But the message that came to me deeply was, now we live in a time where everything is like now, rush, I want it now. Nobody wants to play the long game. Nobody is feeling into the forever frequency, into the union, into the infinity. And so like we easy dismiss people very early on because we think like they don't tick the list or the boxes. So there's that side to it. Like, we're all in this together. Everybody that you're in a relationship with, like friendship or a love relationship, your family, we're all in this together. We're on this journey of life, on the frequency of love, exploring what love is in different dimensions and layers. And if you are love, everything is love. So you don't look for love, you are love. You're just experiencing love in a different dimension. And so everything is love. Like, you have to be in love with everyone. Otherwise, then you're saying that you're not love. And that doesn't make any sense. So we can start with, if you are love, everyone is love. You are just experiencing their love, and they're experiencing your love. And if it doesn't match, it just means you're not on the same wavelength. So at that given time, but you know how the universe works, we can jump from different wavelengths. So what happens in today's society is like we are jumping from different people all the time. I mean, I'm not going to make big bold assumptions on this, but yeah, let's just say as collectively, people don't give people enough time. They just like, it's not my person, it's not my list, and then on to the next. And there is where there is the magic, because okay, the next idea or notion that came to me was the people that the one before the one and the many before the one are your weeds. Let that land. The one before the one and the many before your one are the weeds. And it means that your pharaoh, your king, cannot enter your castle because you've got weeds. Your weeds and their weeds. And so your aura is like not vibrating, it's not glowing, it can't call in the energy, the frequency of the king. You are not embodying that queen energy. Or if you're a king and calling in that queen, or actually you should be pursuing that queen, because your castle has too many weeds in it. So if you start to create friendships or date people that are reflecting your weeds, use this as an opportunity to clean, because it's just preparing you for the real one. You have to become the one that you want to call in. And if there's so many weeds in your garden, the people in your mirror, in your reality, in your hologram, just mirror your weeds. So you can use this as an experiment. I'm calling it the love experiment. To what is it in your human reality with your eyes that are not feeling good to you? And how can you remove that energy from your field? And you can use every relationship, every single relationship, as a way to get rid of all that resistance. Like, like all that frustration, all that like resentment, or all those triggers, don't run away from it, basically. And that's the hard part, because what do most people do? Run. Okay. But this analogy came to me like honey is the sweetness of the nectar that the bees produce from the honeycomb after they've built the honeycomb, which is the building blocks, the foundation. It takes time. It takes effort to build those blocks. There's layers and layers. Like every single human in this world is made up of layers and layers of aura. So when you meet them, you're only seeing one reflection. If you don't give that person enough of a go, then you're never really going to understand them or yourself. So if you stop seeing love from this one dimension of this list of feeling, chemistry, and you just see love as who you are and you're experiencing their love, doesn't mean it's that they're the one. You don't have to. I'm not saying you accept that's you settle for that. I'm just saying it's an opportunity for you to see love from a different lens, and then you open yourself, and then you're unfiltering, and we're here to just unfilter and get back to the wholeness of soul. So like you will be free, because you will never really feel like the love from outside of you will never complete you. Once you find that wholeness from within, you will feel your heart as the sun, and you will just like, everything else is just the cherry. Like every waking day, every blink, you're beaming from inside. That inner sun is just pouring love and receiving love in the way that the universe wants you to experience that type of love. So God is saying, less resistance on what is being given to you, because everybody's presence to you is a gift. Every single body's gift. Everyone, even when they reflect to you shame, blame, guilt, all those negative vibrations, just don't react to it. It's theirs. And you can use that as a way to see, like, if it does trigger you, how can you release that, transmute it? And you know that your king will never do that to you. So everybody that you meet gets you closer to the truth, the one, because you are not willing to accept that. But you don't have to spiral down into the emotional pain and grief and chaos and take yourself outside the vortex. I spoke about this last time. We all want devotion, and that comes from clearing all this stuff, the shadow body, the shadow patterns, the mirrors, the addiction to pain, the 3D separation, because you're already in union with your divine counterpart, with your divine masculine, divine feminine, in the 5D. If you know what union is, separation is only in 3D. So all these people that come into your life that doesn't feel good to you, burping, they're your karmics. They're from your past life to mirror to you what you haven't healed. And you've heard this before, I'm sure. And I put a song on before I started this video, just like, I do this thing now where I play one song on repeat for hours, and I'm not listening to the music, I become the music. Let that land, I become the music. And then I receive messages, more messages, like, I'm here to ride the music. Love is never ending, unfinished symphony that will never end. It's not a destination, it's the whole journey is love. So if you are love and everything is love, why would you be seeking it? And it's loving all of you, loving what you think is your shadow. But nothing is a shadow. You just have labeled it as good and bad, black and white. It's all programming. You are here to be a rebel. You're here to be naughty sometimes, like a minx. You're also here to be love and light. But don't deny yourself of any of it. And then you'll be free. You'll be like, you'll love every part of yourself which you think you're supposed to heal. But you're not here to heal. You're here to experience. So you're not here to be fixed. You're not broken. You're just here to claim. Remember that you're a fucking queen or king, ready to claim your queendom or kingdom and call in your king or queen. And when your energy is in that space of emotional chaos, you can't claim that power, that energy. Like, power, I think, is so overused, it doesn't reflect the energy that I want to explain, but it's that stillness within that you become unfuckable. And there's going to be things that shake you, but if you stay there, you can have everything by giving it to yourself first. Because you are the magic. And remember, the most important thing is the intention. Like, a man or woman with no intention is a man or woman with no direction. And you're here to be guided to the north, your true north. So yesterday when I posted on my Instagram stories, I said, like, I knew the energy of Cleopatra was coming through to me. I could feel it. I've been writing about her as well, and then I decided today I wanted to like pick a card from this deck, which I bought like 3 years ago, and I'm literally mind blown at the card that came through. Cleopatra. It says, when you are conquered, consider who wins. A queen must lead, while a wife must follow, but both are diplomats. Be immortal, not defeated. And then I also wanted a masculine energy card, and it couldn't be any better than Ryan Gosling. I mean, who does not love Ryan Gosling? Silence has more meaning than the words you don't say. The hardest role is to play yourself. Don't let someone else write your private life. So you see the man in this image, he is like in the driving seat, and Cleopatra's on her throne, claiming her queendom, her gold, her beauty, all of it. She knows that she is it. She's the royal bloodline. And she's not running or chasing. And he's neither running or chasing, because he's not running, he's not in a rush. He knows exactly where his queen is. He's driving slowly, quietly. So don't chase the rush. Let it all go. This is the age of the slow frequency. And when you tap into that, the union will be forever. And receptivity as a woman is not just about receiving things, like material things. It's about being receptive to someone else's love. Can you receive their love language? Even though if it's not yours, it doesn't matter. It's their lens of love. And you have the gift to experience someone else's lens of love. Wow. Isn't that amazing? No one rejects each other. You don't need to reject yourself. You don't need to reject anyone. You don't need to be impressed. Sorry, you don't need to impress. So, the one before the one, coming back to this. Everyone you meet is the one. You are the one. When you find the one within, the one that wants to be reflected out will appear, and you will recognize them because you became the one. And the ones before the one are your stepping stones. And if you've been destroyed 1,000 times, you have 1,000 ways to rebuild yourself. So what you resist persists. Resist no one, nothing. Just allow it to come in from the lens it wishes to come in. Experience that frequency. Use it as a way to evolve, expand. The building blocks, if that is someone that you don't have to see, you don't have to have the vision now. It's the present moment. The gift of them being in your reality now is the gift. Forget the future. Just have an intention, direction, the north. Use the sun to burn away that shadow body, the addiction to pain that you're used to, the struggle, all of it. Let it go. I also had the intention to make this message very to the point, precise. So it was really clear what they wanted you to know, either now or you come back to this video and you have an aha moment like, holy, whoa, I get it now. Because every word I use is so intentional that subconsciously it's activating you. And smell this keeps coming through for me for a long time, and now it's ready to transmit that this whole perfume craze that we live in is like almost a disaster for finding your pharaoh. Pheromones, pharaoh, smell, aroma, romance. Are you feeling into my words? Don't be fooled by the fakeness, the eyes, the fake smells. That's not how you call in the one. You're smelling your partners through your senses, your spiritual nose. And if he or she is also wearing all these heavy toxic perfumes, you're going to be fooled. You're going to be tricked almost. You're tricked by their fake perfumes. Yeah. So I cannot tell you whether you should wear perfume or not, but this is how you connect more with your superpowers, your other senses which are dormant. They're lying dormant in your DNA and they want to be activated, but they're blocked because of all this other veils on your eyes, like the wool is over your eyes. So you see what you want to see. So union is only as close as far as you are from yourself. Union. Universe. You in verse. You in song. You in music. Union. You are the one. Thanks, guys. I'm back. Back from my trance.